right, I'm back again. Yeah, let's do another contest. As I say, there's always a contest to be entered into. And there's always, there's quite a few of them you see that are like, yeah, I can do that one pretty easy. And then there's other ones that are like, oh, that might take a little work. And so then by the time you finally get around to doing it, maybe you've missed out. So I try to jump on some of these. Not only am I there just to support the people who are doing the contest, because a lot of times the contests are especially done in the earlier subscriber numbers, and that's the case here. Psychrocklive, he's almost at 100 subscribers. He's doing his first contest, and I think basically he's going to stop the contest when he reaches 150, or if it takes too long to get to that, he may stop it sooner. But that's kind of the goal, is to reach 150 and then stop the contest. So he's pretty much at 196 or 7 when I saw earlier today. So if you want to get in on this contest, do it now, because of course with every one of us that does the contest entry, a handful of more people go and subscribe. So, and make sure you check it out. Link will be below. Go check out his site. Young guy, great stuff. Shows a lot of different styles of music, and so it's always nice to show some love to other people in the VC that are fairly new. In this case, he wants to see our beater albums, the albums that are just beat up, rough copy, our roughest copy of an album. I've got a couple, only because I've been back into vinyl collecting records since 2017 or so, and honestly I haven't run across or had any real rough copies. If they're really rough condition to the point where I don't even know if I can really play them very well, then I probably would pass on them and wait for another one, just because at this point I'm still kind of new. But some of them I've found that look rough and they're salvageable, and some of them I've inherited from others, which I'll explain. This would be one of the roughest looking albums that I myself purchased, only because the vinyl looked like it was in decent condition, and that's Benny Goodman. As you can see, the cover has been packing taped, the stringed packing tape all the way around, and you could tell it's pretty beat up already. It's got some wear and everything. Old cardboard sleeve. I did pick this up at a thrift store. Even though it looked kind of rough, I think the album is from like the 60s or so. It had some minor scuffs on it, but when I brought it home and gave it a good scrubbing with my do-it-yourself cleaning system, it actually cleaned up pretty well for the age of the album. And so there's not a lot of damage to see. There are some marks on it, but it really doesn't play very bad. And you would kind of think you're going to find, the older 60s, big band music like that is going to end up being kind of like that. Here's another one I bought at a thrift store, and really the album cover, this is Armageddon, classic rock type stuff. The album cover definitely just been, ring wear and rough and stuff. And I took a look at the record, and I thought, again, that'll be another one that'll probably clean up pretty well, and it did. It, it's probably better than good. It's got some pops and cracks, and it's got some surface marks and scratches, but nothing too detrimental to the listening experience. And definitely, again, for albums like that, you kind of expect them to be a little rough. Now, these next couple I inherited, or they were passed on to me from Steve at Value Vinyl. Months ago, he sent a bunch of different people, he sent me like 10 pounds of records. He called it a box of hot junk or whatever. He acquired a huge collection, and they were just the kind of stuff you'd find in thrift stores, rough albums. And he just kind of divvied them up, just randomly divvied them up and sent them to a bunch of people who were interested, and I was interested. So I got them, and I spent most of a day, he probably sent, a stack. Spent most of a day sitting here scrubbing them with my scrubbing system. And turns out that the majority of them cleaned up pretty well to where they were very listenable, even though they looked pretty rough. Grassroots, greatest hits, it's seen better days. It's got a lot of ring wear. And again, for what they are, there are a lot of, it's kind of hard to see. There are a lot of, you can't see it on here. Lots of little scratches, lots of little nicks and everything, and it pops and cracks a lot. But it's, you turn up the music loud enough, it's thoroughly enjoyable. So it's a good for what it is. The Associates Greatest Hits. Again, you see this one all the time. I've seen better copies out there. Cover is kind of rough. Again, the record, once cleaned up, plays well, but actually this one, when you look at this one, yeah, This would not be considered beat up. I think this one probably rarely got played. That looks like that's in very good or very good plus condition. And then this one, of course, somebody's dog took a chew out of that one. This is some George Carlin, and it's seen better days. And the I don't know if I can show this, but it's got, look at that, scratches right there in the light. It looks like somebody's dog got a hold of that and just ripped a mess out of it. And they go all the way across. You kind of, well, yeah, you can kind of see the scratches are right there. But honestly, once I gave it a scrubbing on this side, it's not much better. It's got lots of marks in there. But like I say, once I got it cleaned up, got the dirt off, kind of scrubbed through it a little bit, it does pop and stuff. It's a comedy album, so there's popping sounds, obviously, because you're hearing the guy talk. But it's not impossible to listen to. It's not too annoying, and it only happens at certain times. Their scratches are actually, they look worse than they sound. Anyway, those are some of the roughest albums I've got currently, and so hopefully that's enough to qualify. Check him out. Link below. Thanks for watching. I'm out of here for now. Rock on and rock hard.